Good morning, everybody. My name is Peter C. We're here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. Today we're going to be taking a look at a 2026 Winnebago Revel Sport 44C. Before we get started, this is all my contact information right here. So if you have any questions on anything throughout the video, you want any more information on a Revel, or you want to come by and check out this one specifically, that's my cell phone number right there and my email. Feel free to call, text, email me, whatever works for you. So to get started, this is a Mercedes Sprinter 2500 all-wheel drive chassis. We have BF Goodrich KO2 all-terrain tires. So very capable for any kind of off-road situation you might find yourself in. This is a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel engine. So it makes 208 horsepower and 332 foot-pounds of torque. And being a diesel engine, it does require DEF. And this is a 9-speed automatic transmission, and it has a 5,000-pound towing capacity. Now, dimensions-wise, this RV is 19 feet 7 inches long, 7 feet 3 inches wide at its widest point, 10 feet high, and it has a 144-inch wheelbase. And you can see the kind of really nice blue-gray this one was built in. It's not the old selenite gray, it's this nice kind of blue-gray color. It's really pretty. On both sides, we're gonna have these nice running boards. These are rubberized, they're not just metal, so if they get wet, you're not gonna slip on them. They have good grip on there. On the side here is going to be our cassette toilet. So being a Revel, this isn't gonna have a traditional black tank. You'll have this little suitcase toilet in lieu of a black tank. You just pull this out, has a little suitcase like that, so you can wheel it around as you need to go. When you need to empty this, all you're gonna do is twist this valve over, open that up, and empty it out at any porta potty, rest stop, any toilet that you can find. So it's a really nice option for a bit of flexibility. And of course, this whole compartment is very well insulated. You can see how thick these doors are, so you're not gonna have to worry too much about anything freezing. And if that is a concern, you can buy in a secondary one of these. So these aren't very expensive to get. You can bring a second one along with you for some more flexibility, just in case something were to freeze, or just if you don't want to have to empty it when you're out on the road, you can bring a second one along with you. Coming back this way, so this is new for the Revel Sport 44C. This is a new kind of smart plug. So this is your 30 amp shore power. Your previous ones you had to screw in and unscrew. These new plugs, you can see it's a kind of different design. When they plug in, there's these little clips that'll clip onto the sides. So just a little bit easier to take on and off than the previous design. So coming around to the back, you can see we have our camera up top. Now this Revel has one of the best camera systems I've seen. We'll show you a little bit more about that when we get into the cab. So this has a ladder on the back as well to be able to access the roof, get up to your solar panels or anything. What's really nice about this ladder is it's removable. So there's a lock right here. All you have to do is unlock this, unscrew it, and you can move this around to the other side of the coach to more easily access your solar panels or anything you might put on the roof. This one does have 215 watts of solar on the roof. And then you do have your tow hitch down here and your 7-way connector. Again, this is a 5,000-pound towing capacity. So we'll open up the back. You can see these doors open really wide. They'll open basically 180 degrees horizontal to the rest of the cab. You do have little storage pockets in either door. So all the more storage, the better. So on your back door and on your sliding door, you're gonna have this slide down curtain. Now, what this will do is we're gonna unclip this here and here, and we'll drop this whole thing down. So this is sort of a bug screen as well as a sunshade. So if you wanted to drop your bed down and leave this down to keep the sun off of you, or if you wanna drop this down all the way, this will zip all the way shut on both sides, and then Velcro here at the bottom, so it'll completely seal off. Really nice option to keep any of the bugs out, especially when you're camping. You know, here in Colorado, when you're camping at night, it's great to just have the doors open. The climate's so, agreeable here at night. So just maximize the airflow you can get in there. When it comes to putting this away, all we're gonna do roll this up real quick. And that's it. Now right on the back step here, you can see where I was just stepping. They added this little bit of kind of rock guard here, which is nice. It's gonna prevent you from scratching the bumper or anything, you know, as you're climbing in and out of this. It's kind of the natural place to put your foot, so it's nice that you have all that grip there. So heading into the garage. So compared to a Revel 44E, this actually is gonna have a little bit more garage space because it lacks the benches. So it's kind of a trade-off there, but you do gain several inches in width in the garage. You'll have this nice, durable rubber flooring in here. You can spray this off with a hose, sweep it, whatever you need to do. You're not gonna have to worry about getting it dirty or damaging it. You have strap downs all throughout back here. So if you wanna strap down a bicycle or maybe more containers, cargo, whatever you wanna put back here, you're not gonna have to worry about it sliding around. Back on the side here, it's gonna be sort of our wet bay. So you'll have hot and cold water here, a little quick connect hose. So if you'd like to take an outdoor shower, you can do that. Your city water hookup is right here. And then these are just all your winterization valves and your water pump right here. You have nice little bungee storage here on the side, just for some other little kind of knickknacks. And then on this side is going to be where our battery compartment is. And you have one more little storage bin underneath. In here is going to be our batteries and our battery management system. Now, one difference between this and the previous Sport, which was the Sport 44N, is this was upgraded to 5 kilowatts of lithium battery. So the previous Sport 44N had 4.1, and that was a Lithionics battery. This is an EcoFlow battery, and it's about 25% bigger. So really nice if you want to increase your battery capacity. One more little kind of mesh pocket back here. So another little spot for storage. And you'll have 110 hookups down below for anything you need to plug in. If you want to bring a foldable e-bike, you could set it back here in the garage under your bed and be able to plug it in there. I'll go ahead and drop down the bed. So this bed is on the kind of little powered motorized elevator here. And I'll show you the buttons for that when we come on inside. But now that that's down, you can kind of see what our bed platform looks like here. So we'll have 2 little storage compartments again here on the side, and USB-A and USB-C charging on either side. So if it's you and your partner back here, you can put your iPads, laptops, iPhones, whatever here at night and be able to charge it right there without your cords dangling all over the place. On the side here, we do have a window. So you can open this and just lock it at whatever stage you want to get, you know, however much airflow you need. If you want to just get a little bit of air at night and not have rain coming in, you'll just lock it with just a little crack. And then these are the same windows you see on a lot of Winnebago products that are these cassette shades, they call them. You'll have a day shade and a night shade built right in. So it's a really nice option if you want to leave that window open. You can leave your day shade down, kind of keep any bugs or anything out of here. But this bed is plenty long enough to sleep anybody, I'd say comfortably up to maybe 6'1". I'm about 6 foot with shoes on, and I fit in here pretty comfortably, so most people shouldn't have an issue. Up above is going to be your 13.5K BTU Coleman Mach AC unit. So the intake and the dump are right above the bed. So when you're sleeping back here at night, it's going to keep you nice and cool all night long. All right, now I'll have Jody head around to the side and we'll show you more of the living space here. And real quick, we'll mention some of the stuff outside. So this does have a Carefree awning up above with a little LED light strip on it. Don't believe our light's on right now. We can't really put the awning out today because it's a little windy, but same awning you'll see on a lot of other Revel products. You have a patio light here as well. So plenty of lighting out here, you know, when you're at your campground in the middle of the woods. We have a table right here, and you can adjust the height of this table up and down kind of You know, if the van's on a little bit of a slope or whatever, you can adjust that with this table to keep it nice and stable. So if you're out here and you want to use your cooktop and cook eggs or something, you're not going to have to worry about the eggs sliding around in the pan because you can actually level this. So heading on inside, this has the same kind of bug screen we showed you in the back. That'll just roll down and zip all the way. And it is Velcroed here to the edges. What's really nice about this is it'll actually zip to this zipper right here. So you can pull this out instead of having to zip and unzip it to get in and out. And this will just magnet back on like that. So it makes it a little bit easier to get in and out if you want to keep that bug screen up. What else is nice is you can also access the refrigerator easily from the exterior. So this door will open all the way out, and I can easily get into the refrigerator and into the freezer in here without any issues. So if you're out at the campground, you want to grab a drink or something without having to climb back in the van, it's really easy to do that. And then down below, because we mentioned being able to plug in your cooktop outside, you do have a 110 hookup right there. So if you want to bring an induction cooktop with you and do all your cooking outside, you'll have a place to plug it in right there. So heading on inside, we'll start with the rest of the kitchen. So we'll have your one induction cooktop right here that's included. And then some small drawers over here. Nice deep one at the bottom. We have a stainless steel sink right here, your switch for the water pump. I'm sorry, not the water pump, right there. You have a little spot to be able to hold your seasonings or sponges or anything you need to keep in the kitchen right there. And behind this is another USB-C and USB-A hookup. So if you need to charge anything, you can do it right there. And we have one more storage compartment up above. So this is really nice. It's completely lined in felt in here. So you're not gonna have to worry about scratching anything or anything, banging around. It's gonna prevent any kind of damage. And then all the way on the back, we have kind of a pantry here. So some really nice space in there. Be able to bring, any food or whatever you need to bring with you on the road. Maybe a coffee maker if you get a small enough one. So plenty of storage in there. All right, now we'll check out the bathroom. So this bathroom will have a clip up here at the top and a really strong magnet at the bottom. So this door is, like you can see how strong that magnet holds down there. So it doesn't rattle around too much when you're on the road. So this bathroom will have this little bamboo storage shelf in here. It's bamboo, so it's water resistant, so you're not having to worry about any kind of moisture in here rotting it. This is completely removable, so we can drop this down to this level, we can raise it up to the top level, you can really do whatever you want with it. This kind of just adds storage area if you don't want to use the shower. A lot of people that buy vans don't necessarily use the shower, they'll use the outdoor shower, so it just adds a little bit of extra storage in here. Of course, you do have hot and cold water in here. And then our shower head. This shower head has a little on and off switch. It's just kind of nice to be able to conserve water while you're showering. You don't have to just leave the water running when you're lathering up. You can just turn it off without having to get out and turn off your water pump. Up above, we have this little vent fan right here. Maybe you can hear it. It's pretty powerful. So what this is kind of designed to do, since we have this curtain rod here, is, again, if you don't use this as a shower, but maybe you have really dirty hiking gear or wetsuits or, whatever kind of dirty clothing you might have, since this is kind of an adventure-oriented van, you can hang that up in here, shut this door, and turn on the vent fan. And that's going to keep all the smells out of the rest of the coach. It's going to dry it out by pulling all that air out of there. So just really nice, the multiple ways you can use this bathroom. Now, if you do want to use it as a shower, you have the shower curtain included right here. There's going to be clips on the back of it, which will clip right up on the inside of this. So when that's fully in, it'll clip all the way across and keep your water from getting on the door or anything like that. Now in the back, we do have one storage compartment in here. If you want to put soap or shampoo or any kind of bathroom items you need, you can store it right there and not have to worry about it getting wet. Same thing with the little toilet paper holder down here. I'm not sure why there's all those papers in there, but so you can put your toilet paper in there and it's going to keep anything from getting wet while you're taking a shower. Just slide it down. And then our toilet, you can rotate as, you know, whatever angle you need to. So if you want to angle it this way and stay completely in the bathroom, you can, or you can rotate it towards the door so you're not, you know, really cramped where you're trying to use the bathroom. So let me go ahead and shut that vent fan off. And that'll wrap it up for the bathroom. Now up above, we do have an exhaust fan vent here. So if you don't want to run your AC, this just gives you the option to pull all that hot air out of here, since all your hot air is going to rise. Back above our living space, we have one more really large storage compartment. Again, this is completely lined in felt. And right here, you do have a little roof access port that's already made. So if you want to add Starlink or anything like that to this van, you don't have to worry about having to drill through the roof. That port is already there for you. So real quick, we'll go over some of the controls here. So right here is going to be your down and up for the bed. You just turn that key to the on position, pick up, and that's going to raise our bed up and down. These are your light switches right here. Now all these light switches have high, off, and then low. So they're high and low lights. So it's kind of nice that you can, you know, not have them quite as bright if you still want just a little bit of light. Over here, this is just going to be to check our tank levels. So it'll show your fresh and your gray tank capacities, your battery voltage for your chassis and your house battery, and then you can switch your water pump on and on from here as well. This panel, this little digital panel right here, is going to be for your Timberline heater. So this utilizes a Timberline hydronic heating system, which pulls off of your diesel tank. It is diesel fired, so it's not electric, and there is no propane on this coach. It pulls off of your diesel tank. You do have a 24.5 gallon diesel tank. So you just adjust the temperature to wherever you want it to be. You'll see hot water up there if you want to turn your continuous hot water on, and the coach heat. And then this panel is your control panel for everything with the batteries. You'll see right now, it's really nice actually. This will show you your available time based on your current draw. It's a little bit of adjustment there, kind of flickering back and forth, trying to get it exactly right, but it's a good estimate of, say you're parked and you're running with the AC and all of your lights on, and you want to know, hey, how long can I sit like this without having to plug into power? This will give you a pretty good estimate of the available time that you have based on your current draw in that moment. And then this is showing it is at 56% capacity right now. Over here, it'll show the input and the output. And if we go to output, you can switch off your AC and your DC. So your AC is going to control your AC unit in the back. Your DC current's going to control all the lighting and everything throughout here. All right, now we'll go into the living area real quick. So what I really love about the Sport 44C is the way the floor plan has changed makes this feel so much more open compared to the previous models. So with a Sport 44N, you'll have a bench seat like this, but it's going to be turned this way, facing forward, and it's a little bit shorter actually. With the Revel 44E, which is the higher end model, you'll have two jump seats here, which also face forward. But this is the first Revel where we've seen that they have the seat turned sideways like this, so it really opens up the space to walk through here. Just makes it a lot more livable, in my opinion. We have this nice Laguna table here, so if you want to work on the road, this is really comfortable. I also feel like this table's a bit more solid than what we had in the previous Revel Sport. So it's just a really nice seating. You know, when these vans are so small, the best use you can make of the space is, you know, really makes them a lot more livable. And then back here, you'll see a little storage compartment, you know, any kind of knickknacks you want to throw there while you're on the road. This table is completely adjustable as well. So all you have to do is undo this little bike clip right here and slide it up and down, and you can adjust the height of this table to wherever you want it. Back here we have our other window. So this is one of those 3-stage opening windows you might see on an Echo. So right there we have it completely open, and then again this has the same cassette shades as the back windows. We have our day shade and our night shade. So again, leave these windows completely open, let all the airflow get in here, put the day shade down so you don't have to worry about bugs or any, mosquitoes or anything getting in here. And then real quick, we'll go over our last storage compartment. You can't see too far in here because we have all the shades up here right now, but this goes back pretty far. So you have some good storage up there for anything else you need to bring on the road. Obviously right now we have all our shades stored in there. All right, so we'll head up into the cab to finish off here and show you a bit of that camera system I was talking about before. So this cab is really loaded with all the creature comforts you could want. You do have adaptive cruise control on this and active lane assist. But what's really nice about it with this is it's really easy to turn off and on. So if you've ever been in one of those cars where you just really don't want all that help driving, it's really easy to switch off. We're gonna go into here to settings, and I'll show you all the things you can do. So right now, assistance, go to driving, downhill speed regulation, collision avoidance, it's your active brake assist. So if someone cuts you off, it's gonna brake for you. Your lane keeping assist, so that's what'll keep you from swaying in or out of the lane. If a semi blows by you or you get hit with a crosswind. Right now that's off, you just gotta turn it on. Blind spot assist, so that's where your mirrors are going to light up on your left or right side if a car is coming up in your blind spot. We can turn that on. Then we'll go back to traffic sign assist. So what that actually does is if you're going through an area where maybe there's road work or something and there's an adjusted speed limit, it can actually see that with the cameras and it'll adjust the speed limit that it displays to you in the nav. So lots of things you can do in here, but my favorite is the way the backup cameras work. So I'll go ahead and put it in reverse and you'll see the camera we have here. So we have this 360 camera as well as the backup camera. Now when I turn the wheel, it's actually going to show the angle that the turn of the wheel is going to get you. So if you're trying to back into a tight space, we spend all day out here at Transwest having to move stuff on the lot, and I can tell you that is really an incredible feature. Now with this 360 system, I can press any one of these and it's going to display that area for me. So that's our left side, that's our right side, and then our front camera up there. Now, right now we're in reverse, but if I put this in drive, it'll show our front camera. So at low speeds, if you are maneuvering, through a tight parking lot or, a tight trailhead or something, when you're at low speeds, when you go into drive, it'll display that camera up there as well. So rear view camera right there and front view camera. So if you're trying to parallel park this, at a trailhead or something, again, this is a high above the ground van, but you're not gonna have any kind of lack of visibility with this camera system. It's really amazing. Just a few quick things about the cab. Sorry about that, Jody. I almost knocked you over. You're gonna have heated seats on both sides. These seats will spin completely around. So these are 360-degree swivel chairs. You just have to pull them forward and then swivel them behind you. So it kind of helps open up your living space a little bit. You have a little bit more seating. And again, these are heated, and you have a heated steering wheel as well. So all the creature comforts you could want, really, on any kind of adventure van. All right, so that'll wrap up our video for today. Again, my name is Peter C. My phone number is 719-799-8357. If you have any questions about this Revel, you want any more information, or you want to come by and check it out for yourself, just give me a text or call and I'll be happy to help you out. But that's it. Thanks for watching our video today.